The market hasn't moved yet, guys. Good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The market has not moved yet. We're getting ready to make a move. But when that move happen, I need you guys to get ready for me. I need you guys to get ready. I need you guys to start getting into position. Whether it's the way up or the way down, I need you guys to start assembling your funds, get your funds ready, so that way, whenever we have the signal, all right, there's not going to be a bad signal. So we have to keep following the market and see and trying to interpret exactly what it's telling us, so that way we can be on the right side of that move. If it's a move up we're going to make for the short term, it's going to be quick, it will be swift, and it will be a violent move. If it's on the downside, you guys see how it is when the market is going down. The market goes down in about 2 3 days. We probably take out the same amount of work we've done for 3 weeks, sometimes even 4 weeks on the upswing. Anyway, guys, welcome to another episode. If you are here, make sure to like, subscribe, and share the channel. I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes here to get on. I know some people might just be getting this. I know I started a tad late here, guys. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes just to get on. And I myself, I need to get situated. Let me make sure I have my chat set up so I can see you guys. It is time to get ready, guys. It is time to get ready. Okay, let's go in the chat. The first thing we're going to look at, as of right now. Hey Jeff, we here, man. We here. I see. Okay, my lighting's a little messed up. Let me see if I can just get this a little bit brighter. Cool, 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 cool. If you're here for the first time, again, I'm going to keep reminding you guys, what you see here, pop. That's POP, but that's process over profit. This is the model going into this year. This is what we're going to go off of. As long as you follow the process, we're not chasing profits. As long as we're following the process, the profit will come. So this is why we're focusing on this. We're not chasing that. All right, it's process over profit here. This is what we do every single day. When we're looking for trades, there will be days where we're looking for something, we don't see it, we don't take anything. So that's a skill into itself. Sometimes the best trade you can take is no trade at all. That is the best trade you can take. Because if there's nothing, sometimes we get bored and we start looking for things. Um, and nobody's perfect. I know you're going to make mistakes. You just have to figure out how to keep those urges tamed as far as to when you guys are trying to force certain trades. Again, I'm still giving people a couple of minutes here. If you are here, would love to know where you guys are watching from. Just remember to smash the like button for me, man. Smash the like button. And for those of you again that is still not set up, while I do appreciate you guys do watching those videos, would appreciate some subs. Make sure to subscribe. About 60% of you, I believe, 65, are not actually subscribed to the channel. So please subscribe, share the channel, and like the videos. Comment below. Help me get this channel up and going. We're trying to help people here. This is free content, and we're doing this live. All right, and I love doing that live. It was not like doing that live. It is raw. There's no, editing or anything like that. You guys can see what I'm doing. You guys can ask questions. That is the best way I see to do all those things. Anyway, well, going back to what I was talking about, finding ways to help you follow your process and stay consistent. All right, this is a cue, right? This is one of those things that I do when I'm sitting here waiting for a trade, so I don't get trigger happy and start forcing trades and things like that, and don't get bored and I start taking trades just because I'm bored. So I have this cube. I'll solve it many times. I'll just sit here and I'll do it. That way I keep my mind occupied. I keep my mind busy, while I'm waiting for certain levels to hit, and I don't get bored and get into a trade I should not have gotten into. All right, if we're going to the SPY, guys, today was an interesting day. I thought we were going to drop based on how the market was looking to open. It looks like we might actually, well, not at the open. I'll say more like in the morning. It seems like we're going to drop, but all we are doing again, we are respecting that trend line that we have. All right, so we are respecting the trend line as well as we also not making. We didn't make a new high today. We did not make a new high, but we are respecting the trend line and we're just consolidating. And uh, easy reason for that is the fact that we are expecting some news tomorrow. We went over it. I'm not going to go over that again, guys, because we went over that over those yesterday. When it comes to all the different news we have coming out, there's no need going over that again because we did that 2 days in a row. So this is what we're waiting on. So depending on what the news look like tomorrow, I'm expecting either a big move up or a big move down. Again, we may still not get it, but this is what I'm expecting. And as of right now, the sentiment in the market starting to shift. The sentiment is shifting. If any of you guys actually watched or I mean listened to the JP Morgan earnings call this morning, that guy really, Jamie Dimon, really offered us a lot of warnings, right? He was very very careful about how things are going. Feels like some things might break pretty soon. Even this whole thing he was talking about with we might have seen the news. A lot of us might champion that. This is something that we used to have. It was a law we used to have where credit card fees was capped at 4%. Um, and I think the administration is looking to see to probably, I mean, not 4%, at 10%. The administration is looking to possibly bring that back and cap things at 10%. Now, because of tariffs and everything, one of the things that he talks about is maybe one of the things they might start doing um, is lending out less money because they are losing money in other places because we do have a lot of home loan default and things like that. So they are thinking about if that actually does come to pass, they're going to start loaning out less money. What does that mean? Most Americans right now are living on credit. So for people who like to borrow so they can fund their lifestyle, or just pay the bills or whatever it is. So now if you cannot borrow because maybe they reduce your credit limit or they don't want to increase it, whatever it may be, or if you want to take cash advance for people who do, so they limit the amount of cash advance you can get. For some people that will be a big deal. All right. But that being said, we're still looking at to see what's going to happen. Let's take a look at the 2 hours. Actually, let's start with the 4 hours. This is the SPY. You guys know I like to dig in the number, just dig in and see exactly what's going on. As we can see with the SPY, again, structurally, nothing was broken. Structurally, all we did was come down to those moving averages, near the trend line, and then we pull right back up. That's literally all we did. I'm not seeing any specific pattern developing here in the 4 hour time frame. This is the 4 hours. There's no pattern being developed here. We're just looking at that. All right. That's not much. But if you're looking at that, you can see we do have some resistance, like right here, right? Yeah, I'll take it that right there. Boom. If you take that, you'll see every single time we got right up there. So we rejected here. We're here. We went down. Went here, we rejected, came back here, went way up there again, we rejected again, we went here, we rejected again. This is what I'm talking about. Get ready. So now we have that wedge pattern that's squeezing, right? So we might just do this right in there, or it may not just want to wait for it and just break out either way. This is highly likely, given we do have a certain news that's coming that may have that happen, and it would not surprise me one bit. Remember, guys, we have earnings season is starting very very soon. Very important. Earnings season is starting very very soon. A lot of time right before earnings season start, we may see a big drop, and then those companies start reporting earnings, and then we see the market rally right back up. All right. We typically have a breakout, or we right at a consolidation zone, and then those earnings started coming out. Companies started saying how they're making a lot of money, there's profits, and giving their outlook and whatever and things like that, and everybody gets very happy, very bullish, and start winning. But it is not unusual to have a bit of a pullback, and then we start winning once those numbers start coming out. This week is the banks. I believe next week typically tech kick off with I believe it's Netflix and Tesla that typically goes first as far as the big guys. So we will see how those go. Digging in the 2 hours to see where we're standing again in the 2 hours, you can see it clearly again. This is all we're doing. We're just chopping right inside of that level. Right? Look how perfect that is, man. Look at that. That's one, that two, you have three, four, same thing. He tried to break out, couldn't break out, pulled right back down, came down here, bounced at that support level, and pushing up. So we can all see those right there. We go in the 30 minutes, see if we shape in to do anything in the 30 minutes. Not really. Right now, we at no man's land in the 30 minutes. As of right now, we're right in the middle between the rising trend and this one right above. So inside of that wedge pattern, right now we're in the middle. That's in the 30 minutes, by the way, guys. That's the 30 minutes. We right there. So this is a no trade zone. So okay, we just waiting and seeing what's happening. Either you're going to take it here for either a breakdown or rally to the upside, or you taking it here for a breakout or a drop. All right, but right in that middle, right in that middle, right in that center, we don't do anything here. We just don't. We don't touch that. This is no man's land. This is like 50. No matter what you see here, this is 50-50. Okay? I do not care the fact that you can say, hey, you know what? You listen. All right, Lord. You know what? You've been talking about all these candlestick pattern. I have learned my candlestick pattern. So what I'm seeing here is a bearish Arami. Look at that. Okay. Somebody else could make the same case and say what they seen here is a bull flag, right? So we have two competing whatever. This is a bull, and again, it's in the middle. Which one is going to win out? I don't know. You don't know. So we wait. All right. So these are the trade zones. All right. You doing a trade unless you day trading where you're waiting for a specific thing to happen. Unless you day trading, if you swing trading, try to get in. These are your triggers. All right, those serves as dynamic support and resistance. So these are your triggers. And if we take a quick look at the MACD, again, the MACD does not look bad. We still have a bullish divergence. We still crossing to go up. We still have the signal line actually cross above. So right now it seems like we are still prime according to the MACD to actually move up. That's what we're looking at. So that's the SPY. Again, so tomorrow these are your levels to watch for tomorrow, okay? That's your levels. Right here and right there. All right. Watch your levels. If we open in right in the middle here, which it seems like most likely it looks like that's where we might open, right in the middle here. If we do, watch for a move to the downside, then you can write that right back up, or move right there and write it down to the trend line. All right. But then again, we may have a breakout. Make sure if you take a trade on that, all right, you have to learn to fail very fast. Learn to fail fast. If you take a trade on that and you see the stock is a SPY, the market is actually breaking out, but you actually took a bearish trade, you took a put. Make sure you have your stop loss in. Have your stop loss in. Have your risk reward ratio. Have your stop loss in. So that way, if you won't fast. All right, because at those levels, whatever happens can get very, very ugly in your account very, very quickly. All right. So that's my word of advice for you guys. Obviously, this is your account. You trade it how you want to trade it if you are trading. But then again, nothing I say is any suggestion for you guys to either buy, hold, or sell anything. And you can lose money trading. And this is the reason a lot of people do lose money trading. So if you take a trade, it's not working out. Don't double down on it. All right. Well, let me rephrase that. I wouldn't double down on it. I'm not averaging down on the SPY. If it's a specific stock at a specific level, that is different. All right. So, for example, if I took a trade on a stock, right, XYZ company, and XYZ company give me this candle that day, okay, and it closed here, right? So I take the trade. That's a it give me a pin bar. So I take the trade, and the next day it actually went and did that, but it pulled back up. Say it pulls back up and it closed above here. If you wanna add to that, I would, right? And then again, the reason why I would add to that is because the trend line is actually held. So the play is still okay, and we not even that far. So I'm adding, but my stop loss is going to be like right below here, very tight. Stop loss gets very tight. All right, so that's what I'm looking at with that. So a couple of things I want to talk to you guys about. This is I'm still as of yesterday again. My thumbnail yesterday again says what? I am cautiously bullish, and this is the reason why I am cautiously bullish. This is the 10-year yield. All right. If you guys are not familiar with that, the 10-year when the 10-year rises, so that's the long-term interest rate. So things like your mortgages and things like that. Whenever that actually rises, as you could see here, if we do that, when that starts to rise, the probability of stock going down is actually higher. And if you look to see what we're seeing here, and looking at that, okay, let's just trace that. You're going to see it's almost like we're getting prime for a breakout. And if we do breakout above, this is inflationary. All right. So the 10-year yield going up, so interest rate goes up. That makes everything more expensive. Everything gets more expensive, inflation goes up, people lose more jobs. The Fed might have to increase rates again. Economy slows, and this is bad for everybody. All right. So this is what I'm looking at. So these are the other things that you also have to keep an eye on when you see these things, and those things worry me. And there's another thing I wanted to show you guys. Gold again just took off to an all-time high. Gold just took off again. It's been a while since we covered gold. Look at that move. Okay? Look at that move. Gold just squeezed. Let me just remove this. Gold just squeezed, and this is where we are right now. So we have precious metals going up. We have crypto going up. We have, well, crypto's pulling back up because crypto has been suffering for quite some time. We also have silver. I believe silver also hit an all-time high. These things are indications that people are putting their money, they're putting their cash other places. All right. The people are putting their cash other places. And when you see things like that happening, it is not good. All right. When gold is doing well, that means a lot of times that's like wealthy people saying, "Hey, we don't trust buying bonds, or we don't trust the dollar, so we're not gonna keep our money in the dollar because the dollar might value might go down. Therefore, we're going to put it into precious metals, and the safe havens are typically gold, silver. Bitcoin used to be one, but lately Bitcoin has not been Bitcoining. All right, that's the term we're going to go with for that. Um, Again, I see Bitcoin is rallying. While I am happy Bitcoin is rallying, but I don't have a lot of confidence on what I'm looking at when it comes to the stock market, because that tells me people are a lot of people with a lot of money are looking at other places or countries, could be countries, looking at other places to place their money. You see oil, you see gold, silver, and things like that. So that's that. If we take a quick look at the VIX, this is the trend line we have, guys. Remember, since when we have that trend line going down? What are we seeing here? It almost looking like this is trying to break out. All right. If we have a breakout on the VIX, bad news, real bad news. Because a breakout on the VIX might really shoot us up. Because let me see if I just do let's say just do a 50% retracement. We're talking about the VIX way up to 20. That's the possibility. Now, is that confirmed? No. But we are knocking on the door right now. This is knocking on the door. So this is why I need you guys to get ready for me. All right, I need you guys to get ready for me. Well, the VIX is pretty low. Like for me, certain things I'm looking at. Think about that. The 52 weeks low on the VIX was a couple of days ago at like 13.38. That's the lowest the VIX has been in a long time. Obviously, the market is at an all-time high, right? So what I'm seeing here, right? You can tell people are starting to hedge. People are starting to buy and hold VIX in case we have a spike. That protects you against your portfolio. In case you don't want to short the market, right? So that's sort of like another way of shorting the market. If you don't have a lot of money to buy a bunch of puts and whatever and this and that, some people play the VIX. When the market is at all-time high and the portfolio is doing well, and you start getting a little iffy, so people play the VIX as a hedge in case things tumble. Hey, I have the VIX to protect me, yada yada. I can make a little money with the VIX. Then when we recover, I can just dump it. All right. So that's another way to make sure you guys can protect yourself. Now, if we are taking a look at the Mag 7, this is what I'm talking about being cautiously optimistic. While we have all these rallies and all these things going up and all this stuff, look at the chart for the Mag 7. All right? The Mags are not doing very well. You're looking at that, the market is going on and doing all-time high and all this stuff. The Mag is not doing very well. Because right now, what you can say is, okay, we have a left shoulder, we have a head. Is that going to reverse, or is that just going to make you know a lower right shoulder? As of right now, it almost seems like it. All right. Again, I'm saying it seems like it, but we don't know yet. It almost seems like it as of right now. So be absolutely careful, guys. Um, I'm not going to take too much of you guys' time. Oh, one more update. Amazon, I am glad I did what I did. Remember when I told you guys, started scaling out, and right here that day, I sold a call against the only contract I had left in this play. And with that drop that happened today, what does that mean for me? That turned that into a poor man's covered call. So that means I collected money on the drop. Yes, the ones that I have, the value of it went down, but guess what? I also collected on the call that I sold. So that protected me. Now, if we actually break below this level, close below this level, that's a trade I'm going to close. Reason why, again, this is the upside. We way up. Right now we have an evening star. I should have asked you guys to name what pattern that is. So as of right now, we do have an evening star that is showing. So that means the likelihood is the higher probability is we're going to probably go back to test that level. We don't know yet. It may also be just be doing a bull flag. So we just waiting to see once. Let me just put that here. So we're waiting to see once this goes below. That means the flag is null and void. We no longer have a flag. So that means I will be out of that trade completely. This was a nice win. I'll just take it and move on. I'll wait for the next opportunity. Again, in case anybody forgot, this was the entry that you guys have seen that over and over since I bought it. This was the entry. Took profit at this level because this level, I believe, yeah, this level was a resistance level. So I took profit right at this level. I added the profit I took out here at that level, and then we're back here again. So that was a beautiful, beautiful trade. That being said, I have to go, guys. I have to go. I'm going to starting those lives a little early, earlier than normal, because I realize I'm not having enough time to go through some of the things I want to talk to you guys about. So I want to do that. I also want to have a Q&A before I'm right when I'm done, in case anyone have questions. Even though most of you guys are acting a bit shy, come on now. You have questions? Drop it in the chat. I'm more than happy to address questions. No questions is silly. You know, that's how you learn. We all started somewhere. If you don't know something, you don't know something. If I covered something, you want to ask a quick questions, I want to ask it. I want to try to make this as interactive as possible. So if you guys can participate and ask questions when you have questions, I would really appreciate that to make this a bit more interactive for you guys. So that way I can teach you guys a few things. Obviously, I do have a course that I teach, so I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm not going to teach every single thing, but if you ask me a specific question, I will answer that question. I will not keep anything. I will not going to hold back. I will teach you whatever it is that you ask right here. All right, guys. Well, to those I have to go. I have to go meet with the paid members. To all the paid members, I will be on Teams shortly as soon as I close that live. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, make sure to like. Even those of you guys that are here, do you guys do not like those videos? I need you guys to like those videos because that helps the algorithm push out the video. That is the only thing that I'm asking you guys to do for me. And I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys again tomorrow for another recap. Again, best of luck tomorrow. Stay disciplined. POP, process over profit. Just make sure you go in, get green, get out. We're not staying for long. All right? We're not staying for long. All we're doing is getting green and getting out. All right, the market is volatile. It's giving a lot of opportunities intraday. Take advantage of it if you do. And if you somebody who does swing trading, make sure to be patient. Know what you're trading. Be patient. When you see it, strike. All right, no fear. Strike. You can't be afraid to lose. Losing is part of it. All right, losing is part of it. One quote I've heard that I strongly still believe in: you will lose you will lose 100% of the shots that you do not take. All right, you will lose you I mean we will not you will miss 100% of the shots you do not take. The minute you decided you to take a shot, you have a 50% chance of winning, of making it. All right, so give yourself a shot. Just take those shots when you see them. And one thing I'll say again, I don't think I say that enough to you guys. If you are still trading, trading is not easy. No matter what somebody say, I will never tell you trading is easy. Trading is one of the hardest things you're going to have to do. And a lot of people cannot deal with having red days, like when you have lost, knowing that you did everything, you giving 100% for a week, for 2 weeks, for 3 weeks, sometimes for a month, and still it's not like you didn't make any money, but you actually lost money. And to stick with it, if you've been trading for more than a month, for more than a week, and you've had red days you had to endure, and you still here, still kicking and still doing it, and still trying, still grinding, I salute you guys. It's not easy. It is not easy. It takes a different kind of animal. You know what I mean? And yeah, I mean a different kind of animal, not different kind of human being. It's a different mindset, man. You have to be caught from a different cloth to be able to Get into this game, do it, fail at it, keep learning. Even when you try, you didn't break anything, you followed your process, and it still doesn't happen. Sometimes that's just how it goes. And for you to stick around, that says a lot. I will tell you guys, just keep grinding, staying with it, and you will eventually see the success. When your change show up, you're going to look back at those moments. You're going to smile at those moments. This is the journey. This is the valley. Enjoy the process, so that way, when you get to the peak, you can look back at the valley and smile, and maybe you'll say, you know what? I'm glad that guy Lord tell me not to give up and keep at it. All right, guys, take care. I have to one. I even take a little more time than I should have. To those of you guys in the paid member community chat, apologies for being a little late, but I felt like that needed to be said. You know, yeah. Anyway, peace out, guys. We out. I'll see you guys tomorrow.